Excited to tell you a little bit more about this new Valley Leadership Partnership with Thunderbird, but also the one we currently have with the WP Carey. Glad to have the ASU team on board. I'm just going to do a quick little setup so everybody knows why we're partnering, and then I'll hand it over to the ASU Sun Devil team to go through the two options and exciting options that VLM that are open to VLM.
I'll go ahead and kick us off. Hi, everybody. My name is Brandy Carruthers. I'm the Director of Corporate Outreach and Community Engagement for the Business School. So I'm really excited to be able to go through this partnership and the benefits with you today.
My name is Katie Altersitz. It is my pleasure to be here with this incredible group today. I am the graduate recruiter at Thunderbird School of Global Management, and I'm so excited to share some opportunities we'll have with you today. Thank you.
Cool. So if you want to click 3 more times, Brandy, we'll remind everyone what Valley Leadership is all about, which I know most of you are well aware of. Valley Leadership's mission and vision. We want to bring a broad spectrum of Arizonans together, work in collaboration, impact most pressing issues. So in that spirit, we're always looking for partners, and ASU is a great partner in that space. When we think about how we bring a diverse set of humans together to think about how they can work together, how we can train and equip people to work together, and then ultimately impact Arizona's most pressing issues in big ways. And that's what ASU is doing as well. So go ahead and click to the next one there. That happens, of course, all of you know, through action. So Valley Leadership, very action oriented, very biased towards action. We want all of you out there doing great things, solving those most pressing issues. And in that spirit, really thinking about anyone that can be a part of that. Our leadership requirement or prerequisite isn't how many boards you may sit on, how active you are in different things, where you are on the corporate ladder. It's more of, are you willing to go out and do things? And that sense of inclusivity and that really one requirement for being a part of this really aligns with the ASU's charter and how they view the world and their place in the world. ASU doesn't want to just educate, they want to activate leaders in different communities and doing all sorts of awesome things. And that very much aligns to how we see the world as well. And we do it through values. So this is really where the big alignment with ASU comes into play. The ASU charter very much espouses and embraces these 5 principles of doing, the values of Valley Leadership. We want to be driven to do. We want to put Arizona first. We want to build trust. We want to do things as a team, and we want to do it smartly. So those values align with ASU's bigger charter, but then also the 2 schools we're partnering with, the WP Carey School as well as the Thunderbird School. Those individual schools' missions, again, along the same vein of how we want to participate in the world around us, not just as VL alum or ASU alum, but as community citizens when we try to think about what we need to do for Arizona. So the values alignment here, very strong with ASU. Yes, it's a cool partnership. Yes, it's a great benefit that we can add a value to our alumni to say, hey, go through VL and you have access to this. That's great. Really what brought us to this conversation with Brandy and ASU over the last couple of years is that values alignment. VL wants to work with people who see their place to do more in the world, very much aligned, and ASU has that. So with that, we're going to go through the 2 programs that ASU can offer all of you as VL alum when it comes to the WP Carey and the Business School, and then the Thunderbird International School, and the different program and what those overviews look like. We'll do some Q&A. I should have you out sooner rather than later, just to get everybody aware of all the cool things that you can do with ASU. You don't have to be an ASU alum to do this, so that's nice, because coming from a Wildcat, I know there's other Wildcats, lumberjacks, and all sorts out there. This is, if you're a VL alum, you have access, and so we're excited about that. Randy, why don't you take it from here?
All right, thank you. So I know Dave kind of started us off with, just learning a little bit more about how the values align. But I want to talk to us a little bit more specifically about ASU. When you align with ASU, you're not just joining just a university. You're stepping into truly like a mission-driven community that's all about access, innovation, and making a real impact. And we have President Crow to thank for his leadership over the last 20 years to make this a national model of what a public university can achieve. And that spirit of innovation and impact doesn't just stop in the classroom, it extends into powerful partnerships that help amplify our mission and collaborate with institutions like Valley Leadership along with Thunderbird. And so, we want to make sure that with everything that we're doing within ASU, we're helping to bring together global expertise, local leadership to really create real world change. Katie, I'm going to kick it over to Katie, and she is going to talk to us a little bit in whole about the benefits that you'll receive from being a partner with us.
Fantastic, Brandy. Thank you so much. So, as an alum or as a current member of VL, being a partner with ASU, specifically with WP Carey School of Business and Thunderbird School of Global Management, you will benefit from all of this and more. So, for our partners who are interested in applying to any of our programs here at WP Carey or at Thunderbird, we will take care of your application fee. So we want to help take care of you as early as possible. And we also do that through personalized admissions coaching. So there are specific individuals that you can connect with here on our teams. I am one, Brandy is another, and we're here to coach you through the entire admissions process. We understand that going to a graduate program takes a lot of forethought. You need to figure out how your life, how your career, and your family life will all align while doing a graduate program at the same time. And we're here to help talk you through that process. And then, last but certainly not least, in terms of benefits, is there are specific scholarships that are available for our partners should you choose to apply, which will provide an immense benefit in order to help reduce the overall cost of the program for you. Brandy, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, we'll go through a little bit more specifically when we get into our programs about what the scholarships are, what they apply to, so that way everybody has a good understanding of what that looks like. So I think I'll go ahead and transition, and I'm going to start off with a little bit about WP Carey in case people are not too familiar with who WP Carey is. But our core belief and what really drives everything that we do at WP Carey is business is personal. That's what brought me to WP Carey 10 years ago, and that's what's kept me here because I very much align with those values. And not only do we take our approach to business personally, we take our reputation seriously. We're nationally ranked, we're globally respected. And as a VL alum, you know the value of working with trusted institutions. You know the value of working with high impact partnerships. So at ASU and WP Carey, you're going to find that you're working with an institution that delivers, top tier graduate business education that aligns, within that excellence and all the different things that people are looking for when they're looking for a business school. So you'll have access to top tier faculty who are thought leaders in their field. They're deeply committed to your success. A lot of them aren't just academic professionals. They also have a lot of industry knowledge and experience. You'll have access to cutting edge resources and research that connect classroom learning to real world learning. I think that's a really important factor in our programs. And we're globally recognized as an ASU brand that opens up doors across industries and communities. So, whether your goals lie in business, maybe government, nonprofit, a graduate degree from the W.P. Carey School of Business can offer that credibility, the connections to help elevate what you're doing, help elevate your impact, both locally and beyond. So today we're going to review, and it's just going to be a high-level overview. But we're going to go over our graduate programs to see if they're a right fit for you. So the first grouping of programs I want to start with are MBA programs, and we're looking to build well-rounded, connected leaders for Arizona and beyond. So as an alum, you understand like the power of collaboration, empathy, systems change. At the W.P. Carey School of Business, our programs are designed to deepen those same qualities while expanding your access or expanding your capacity to lead across different sectors. So an MBA is going to deliver a comprehensive, full 360-degree view of business, giving you a strong foundation in maybe finance, operations, strategy, marketing. But what truly sets us apart as an MBA program is that we're not just focusing on those hard skills, the information that you learn in the business classes, but we also focus on those human skills. And that's what really helps shape impactful leaders that lead with empathy, influence, and inclusive decision making. So leaders who build, connect, and catalyze. We want our leaders to be able to see the full system and connect the dots across all different disciplines, lead with emotional intelligence, create space for inclusion, collaboration, and really walk away knowing that people aren't just processes, and you need to do other things to drive sustainable success. So a part of this is lifting up others, building stronger communities within a graduate program in all different facets of industries. But we have several different formats of the MBA program. We know that everybody's leadership path varies. Everybody has different goals. So I'll go over the three different MBA formats that we have. So wherever you're at in your career path, we do have an MBA that can help you take those skills to the next level, to lead with purpose. So I'm going to start with our executive MBA program. This is really geared towards our most senior leaders. So those who have 10 plus years of professional work experience, you have a lot of experience managing people, budgets, projects. The format's delivered in a hybrid modality. So you're going to have both in-person and virtual classes. So we have a once a month weekend, and our weekend is a Friday and a Saturday. The hotel's included. So there's a residency component to that. And the other session is hosted virtually the second Saturday of the month. There's a couple of features that I'd really like to highlight. I like to call them our signature experience, but it's our business and public policy course and our international immersion course. So the business and public policy course is where students get to travel to the Arizona State Capitol, to Washington, D.C., and really explore how business and public policy intersect. The international immersion trip is where our students get the opportunity to go to another country, learn how business is conducted in global markets, gain exposure, and really learn best international practices. So the focus and the differentiator for executive MBA is going to be focused on strategic leadership, innovation, executive level decision making. The next program that we'll hop into is our online MBA. So this is ideal for those people with 2+ years of professional work experience post-undergrad that's looking for a fully asynchronous program who need the most flexibility. So if you have a job and you're a road warrior and you're flying across the country, this could be a really great option for you. The format is 100% online. There's no on-campus requirement. We're one of the first AACSB accredited MBA programs, so we have over 20 years of success in this space. So we definitely know how to do online programming and do it well. Some of the key features of the online MBA program is that it's highly customizable. So you have 8 concentrations to choose from. So AI, supply chain, marketing. If you're like, I don't really want to do a deep dive in one of those concentration, you have 40 different electives that you can choose from. Then finally, rounding out our MBA portfolio, we have our evening MBA program. This is designed for, again, rising professionals with the 2+ years of professional work experience who are really wanting to lead with confidence, take the next step in their leadership career. The format of this program is it's delivered part-time. So all of them designed for the working professional. You have both evening and online courses. So truly making this program more flexible than it's ever been. So with that flexibility, you have that powerful, interactive in-class experience and networking and all of those things that a lot of people are looking for within an MBA program. Regardless of which modality of the MBA program that you select, there are networking events. There's different things that you can engage with across the MBA platform. So just depending upon where you're at in your career and what your flexibility needs are for the MBA program, these are the ones that we have available. Next, I'll dive into our specialized master's programs. So I get a question quite often is, what's the difference between an MBA and a specialized master's, and which one makes sense for me? And the way I like to describe it is that an MBA offers breadth. So it's like a comprehensive view of how organizations function across leadership, maybe finance, strategy, operations, marketing, whereas a specialized master's offers depth. So you're going to have an in-depth focus in a specific area. Maybe for you, it's business analytics or artificial intelligence or supply chain. So you're digging in much deeper than what you would for an overall MBA. So for those working in or maybe alongside government, nonprofit, education, a specialized master's degree can help you drive change more effectively by deepening your expertise in your organization, or if you're stepping into broader systems leadership, that can give you that edge. And you're going to learn both strategic thinking and those strong technical skills. So think of it as MBA as the breadth and specialized masters as the depth. These are all designed for working professionals, so you can continue working full time. What I hear from our current students and alumni that they really love about the working professional programs is that they're taking what they're learning in the classroom, and then when they go to work the next day, they're immediately applying it. So as adults, we kind of learn a little bit differently. So you see it in the classroom, you learn these principles, you have an experience at work, and it helps reinforce what you're learning. So there is no reason to pause your leadership journey because all of these are designed to work around your work schedule. So we have 6 different specialized master's programs to choose from. And again, I'm going to keep it at the high level, guys, just so we're not going too much in detail. But the first program is going to be our online Master of Science in Business Analytics. So I like to say this amplifies impact with data-driven leadership. So you're already committed as being a VL alum to making a meaningful impact in your community and your organizations that you're a part of. The MSBA program will help equip you with tools to leverage data to make smarter decision making, to lead initiatives, not just by what you think it should be, but by the data, right? So you're making these informed decisions. So you're taking those strategic skills that you're learning for possibly systems level change. So whatever industry that you're in, the MSBA program can give you the analytics to help you uncover trends. Maybe you want to forecast some outcomes, optimize programs. Those are just a few of the learning objectives for the business analytics program. Next is our Master of Science in Information Systems Management. So a key differentiator for this program is going to be this is the program for somebody who wants to be a leader in IT. You're looking to drive change within your organization. Maybe you want to develop more skill in technical strategy, digital transformation, maybe it's cybersecurity. And this will help you lead change at an enterprise or maybe a community level. But this is really important with how everything is becoming so tech-centric these days. So MSISM, leader in IT. Now, I'm really excited. This is one of our newer programs. I'm really proud to present. We're the first university to establish both a bachelor's and a master's degree in AI. We've also partnered with ChatGPT to further our mission of mindful AI. So the Master of Science in Artificial Intelligence in Business empowers you to shape AI technologies, and doing it responsibly, ensuring that your solutions are inclusive, they're equitable, they're aligned with your community needs, not just overall business outcomes. AI is really transforming every sector that we have, from nonprofit to healthcare to government. So this degree can help add that cutting edge and knowledge to put another tool in your leadership tool belt to help you stand out as that tech savvy leader that you're looking to drive progress. Now we'll switch over to some industry specific specialized master's programs. The first program that I'll talk about is our Master of Accountancy and Data Analytics. So for all of those people who are looking to dive into accountancy, this program helps you understand financial and maybe the operational heartbeat of organizations at times, helping you to lead with transparency, accountability, offering that strategic foresight. It also is allowing for CPA credentialing and prep. So there are prerequisites for this program. So if you're coming from an undergraduate degree where maybe you didn't have accountancy courses, we have boot camps and resources to help level you up so you can be academically prepared for a really highly quantitative program. Next is our Master of Science in Marketing. So all of those folks that are interested in marketing, this program can help provide those advanced skills in branding, maybe digital strategy, consumer behavior. Maybe you're looking to become more proficient in crafting messages that resonates with your audience and mobilizes action. So this goes across many, many different industries, whether it's business, policy, community initiative. But this program is offered 100% asynchronous again, so offering you the most flexibility. And lastly, our Master of Science in Supply Chain Management. This has a really unique feature. So I really love talking about how you start this program. It begins with a certificate entry. So you start with a 3-certificate course. You're welcome to stop after those 3 courses and enjoy your experience and post your digital badge on LinkedIn and really use those skills to promote what you're doing. Or you say, you know what, this was just the tip of the iceberg. I want to learn more. And if you get B's or better in your classes, you could transfer those credits into our master's program. And really the program's going to help you solve problems that are really complex, interconnected, probably a lot of the things that you guys are really drawn to. But you could also learn how to optimize resources, streamline operations, build sustainable systems, and that applies to both public and private sectors. So that is all of our qualifying programs for WP Carey. I'm going to quickly go over some of the next steps and action items, and then I'm going to send it over to Katie to talk about all the great offerings that they have at Thunderbird. All right. So next steps, Katie talked about this in the very beginning. You're going to have a dedicated person that you're going to work with from the time that you inquire until you start your program and beyond. We have another team that supports you after you start your program academically. So if you have questions on how to submit the most competitive application, or maybe you want to know, should I choose MSAIB or MS and Business Analytics, they could help you go through that. If you want to take a deeper dive, I encourage you to join us for an event to learn more. But if you decide that you're ready to move forward, we do ask from my end that you complete the self-identification form. And this basically just helps me process the application fee waiver and kind of track you through the process. So that way you get the scholarship and everything that we've discussed. But we'll provide some resources and everything for you at the end. So that way you have everything that you need. And Katie, do you want me to click your slides, Katie, or can you click them?
I'll go ahead and let you, if that's okay.
Okay, tell me
Thank
when you're ready.
Thank you so much, Brandy. So I know I already introduced myself, but I want to share a little bit more about my background before I get too far. Again, Katie Altersith. I am the graduate programs recruiter here at Thunderbird School of Global Management. I am also a double devil myself. So I have graduated from ASU not just with my bachelor's, but also with my master's degree. I knew when I was going through school that I wanted to continue working at a college or a university. And so I went straight through and did my master's in higher and post secondary education. And now I've had the pleasure of working in recruitment and admission capacities for over 10 years at ASU. It is a wonderful, wonderful place to be. And I will say the past 4 years of that has been solely with Thunderbird School of Global Management. So I truly feel like I've found my professional home here. Next, please, Brandy. So, for those of you who might not know too much about Thunderbird, we are future forward and future ready. Here at Thunderbird, we're going beyond a traditional business education and we're cultivating cross sectoral leaders who are equipped to excel in all areas, whether that be governmental, corporate, private, nonprofit, as well as being successful and contributing to their own global communities. Our approach here at Thunderbird is we're merging technology with global thinking in order to empower leaders to create future industries and ecosystems. So, not only are we preparing you for a career, but we're preparing you to create new careers, new opportunities, new organizations. Quite a few of our students are very entrepreneurial in spirit. Next, please. Want to take a step back. I know we're future forward and future ready, but we need to know our history as well. And so, for those of you who don't know, Thunderbird was its own private institution that was founded in 1946. We were founded in Glendale, Arizona, out at Thunderbird Field, which was actually an Army base where airmen were training for World War II. And it was not just our American pilots, but it was Allied pilots from around the world training in Glendale, Arizona, of all places. After the war, several of the fighter pilots came back to Glendale and they decided that they wanted to create opportunities to educate more individuals in a way that could potentially reduce future global conflicts. And so this idea was born of international trade, international development, and global management. So even back in the 1940s, our DNA, our focus has always been global. Throughout the years, we've developed quite a bit. We were one of the first schools that had online programs, but flash forward to much more recently, during the 2014-2015 academic year, we merged with ASU. Yes, it was a merger and acquisition, but I like to think of it as a marriage because we have two institutions that are coming together with their own traditions, their own values, their own alumni networks. And now students are getting the best of two worlds here at Thunderbird. Next, please. So, again, Thunderbird, we are more than a business school. We are different than the programs that Brandy just went over. Every single course that you take here at Thunderbird is going to have some sort of global or international component infused into the class. Here, we're really developing skills that are needed to navigate complex international environments. And for those of you who may be watching the news, we are becoming ever more complex every single day. We need global leaders and leaders such as yourselves to step up and take on these challenges. And we believe you can do that through some of our degree programs. I do also want to talk about, before I get into the degree programs, here at Thunderbird, regardless of which degree program you're going to go into, you are going to have various levels of support. As Brandy mentioned, there's individuals who are going to be able to speak with you and help you select the right degree, help you make your application as competitive and as strong as possible. There will be advisors and program managers to assist you as you select your courses, as you go through your career here at ASU. In addition, Thunderbird also has an incredible resource called the Career Management Center, or the CMC. And the CMC works with students even before they get here in order to make sure that our students have optimized resumes, they're using their LinkedIn. Our CMC will do mock interviews and host career fairs and informational interviews with our alumni. So, for students who are exploring different options, our CMC is a phenomenal resource for any student here at Thunderbird. Next, please. So, I do want to talk a little bit about our degrees. And just like Brandy, this is going to be incredibly high level. And if you have interest in any of these degree programs, I invite you to have a one on one conversation with me so I can learn a little bit more about your background and help ensure that the program that is of interest is a good academic and professional fit for what you're looking for. With that said, let's get started on our early to mid career professional programs. So, for these, we have our flagship degree, our Master of Global Management, or our MGM program. This is a 2 year degree here in Phoenix, Arizona. While there is no experience required, quite a few of our students come into this degree with a few years of experience, maybe up to 5 to 7 years of experience. However, this program is not designed for working professionals. So courses are full time, Monday through Thursday, and it's really designed for students who want to immerse themselves in the student experience. Within the Master of Global Management degree, there are concentration areas which help you kind of define your electives. Two things I want to note about the MGM program. Number one, keep in mind we are a global school. One of the requirements for our MGM students is that they speak a second language. And so they can do that either through already speaking a second language and testing out, or by taking courses in their program to meet satisfactory efficiency of that language. So, great opportunities to grow our global leaders and make sure that they have communication skills outside of their original language. The other thing, and especially since Dave mentioned leadership is action, I want to tell you a little bit about the Global Challenge Lab. So, the Global Challenge Lab in this program is an opportunity to consult on a real world project. We have a team here at Thunderbird who prepares these global challenge labs. And they do so because companies and organizations will reach out to Thunderbird and tell us we have this challenge or this problem, or we are wanting to move our product into a new region or a new environment. And we want your students to consult on this and help us figure out a strategy of moving forward. Within the Master of Global Management program, students will work on these projects for about 7 weeks. In 3 weeks, they'll be able to spend on site in person with that company or organization, working and consulting on the project and presenting their findings. So, again, leadership is action. Switching over to the online Master of Leadership and Management, this is our most flexible degree. It is asynchronous online courses, so you're able to complete work at your own time when it is convenient for you. In addition, there are also multiple start dates for this program, again, adding to that flexibility for this degree. With the online Master of Leadership and Management, you do have the opportunity to take an elective in person, but it is not required. So you can either do the program 100% online, or you can opt in for one course here in Phoenix, Arizona at our beautiful Thunderbird Global headquarters. Next slide, please. Our three executive master's degrees. These three programs are all designed for busy working professionals. And for full transparency, these are the three degrees that I have the pleasure of supporting. So if you are interested in any of these programs, I will be your point of contact should you want to explore more options and go through the application process. They are three distinct degree programs. However, across the three programs, they're sharing 6 core courses in global management and leadership, in communicating and negotiating across cultures, in sustainability, and so you're able to have your cohort of students, your EMGM students, your Executive Master of Arts in Global Affairs and Management students, but for 6 of their courses, they will come together in the same classroom and have more opportunities for cross cohort collaboration. I do want to point out a couple special items that go on in each one of these programs. So, the Executive Master of Global Management, we do require 8 years of experience for students to begin this program post grad. It is a hybrid degree program with some courses in person in Phoenix. There will be one weekend in Washington, D.C., allowing students to immerse themselves in the business practices of another region, and also some online coursework. Within the Executive Master of Global Management, or the EMGM program as I call it, there is also a global field seminar. And so this is an opportunity for our students to go abroad to a specific region. They will be there for a week. And while they're there, we take you to different companies, we take you to different facilities and governmental offices, and you will have the opportunity to network with leaders within this region. The entire goal is really to immerse yourself in the business practices of this region and understand how business is conducted. Moving forward to the Executive Master of Global Management in Space Leadership, Business, and Policy, this is our newest Executive Master's degree. And this is specifically for individuals who are either in or want to transition into the new space economy. So think SpaceX, think Rocket Labs, think NASA. If you are wanting to work on satellites, this would be the type of program for you. Within the space leadership focus, there is not a global field seminar, but instead, our students will go to Houston for a week, immersing themselves within the space economy that inhabits Texas. So it's a phenomenal program. It is only 3 years old. So again, it's one of our newer degree programs. Last but not least on this slide is our Executive Master of Arts in Global Affairs and Management. This our faculty like to refer to as a blend of your traditional business courses alongside global public affair and global public policy courses. For the eMAGM program, this is also a hybrid program with some courses in Phoenix, some courses in Washington, D.C., and some online coursework as well. The eMAGM program, historically, traditionally, has been comprised of a lot of individuals who live within the DMV area. We tend to have an ambassador in each cohort. We have individuals who work on Congress or in Congress in the eMAGM program, but we also have individuals with more traditional private backgrounds as well. The eMAGM program really allows for this blend of business and public policy, and our students are so diverse in that degree. One thing that I want to note about executive degrees, and I'm sure Brandy feels the same way about her executive programs, is you are not just learning from the faculty at the front of the classroom. You are also learning just as much from your cohort members, from the rest of the individuals in the classroom with you. Thank you. Next. And then last but not least for our qualified programs is our doctorate program. This is our newest graduate degree program, and it is a Doctor of Professional Practice, or a DPP, in Global Leadership and Management. For this program, we are looking for our most seniored students, and we do expect our students to have 8 to 10 plus years of professional experience under their belt before applying for this program. The DPP also highly recommends that students have a master's degree before applying as well. When you apply with a master's degree to the DPP, we are able to transfer in your master's degree, which makes the doctoral program 3 years in length. For students who do not have a master's, it would be 4 years in length. The DPP, instead of having a dissertation like a more traditional PhD program might have, has an applied project. And students are able to pick their own research project to work on and are guided by faculty in order to create their project. Next slide. And next steps, connect with us, connect with me. I would love, like I said, to have a sit down, whether it be over Zoom or at our Thunderbird Global headquarters, and learn a little bit more about each one of your backgrounds, help you find the right program fit, and move you forward should you choose to apply. We also will be having a summer professional development series that will be fully online. So please check out our events webpage and register for those. Our first one, I believe, is May 29th, and it is with our Dean Charlotte Griffey Brown, and it will be focused on AI in the workplace. So I'm very, very excited for that session. The second session will be focused on space, and the third will be focused on finance. So I hope to see some of you there. And then the final step is apply, and we're here to take care of you.
Oh, sorry.
No, that was perfect timing. So with that, Brandy and I would like to open the floor to any questions and comments that you all might have.
Hi, this is Chris. I may have missed this topic, but I was curious about the scholarships. Did you go over that already?
Were you talking for both Thunderbird and WP Carey, or just
For Thunderbird.
for
Yeah.
Katie? I'll let you talk about those.
Christopher, thank you so much for bringing that up. Our scholarships vary between a minimum of 10 to 40,000, depending on the program you're applying for, and also whether you work for a nonprofit governmental company or a corporate private company. We do have a scholarship matrix that I would be happy to share with Paige and have Paige share with you all.
Thanks for that information. One other question though, how long does it take with the application process, and Is August the one time during the year when you can get into a session, or are there other times when you can apply?
Now, are you talking specifically for our executive degrees?
Yes.
Yes, our executive degrees only begin each August, and there is still time to apply. So our final deadline will be June 30th. And typically, the application process itself moves quite quickly. There's the online application form where you will be able to upload your resume and your transcripts. Once we receive your application, you interview with one of our faculty members. Once that interview is done, we can get an admission decision out to you within 2 weeks.
Thank you. And then the
Super great questions. Anybody else? Is there ongoing VL link if we apply? Are we applying as VL alum? So the way I help identify those people who are looking to apply for WP Carey is in a self-identification form if you'll indicate that you're a VL alum. But you're going to use in the application process your regular employer, all of that normal information. So we just want to make sure that we get you identified in the process so we get you all the great benefits that you're supposed to have. Did I help with that question?
And I would also add for the Thunderbird side, we don't have an identification form at this time, but just be in contact with me. Let me know that you're part of VL, and we'll mark it on your file and take care of you.
Well, I just want to say I'm really appreciative of all of you and all the great work that you're doing. Thank you so much for spending almost an entire hour here with us, learning more about ASU, Thunderbird, WP Carey. We really appreciate you. So thank you all so much. Paige, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. As I said, I'll be sending a recap with all the links, flyers, information, and I'll be CCing the contacts from both teams. So you'll have all the information you need, but obviously if there's anything we're missing, just send me an email and I will get it for you. So thanks, everyone. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.